I'm here to talk about Monsoon Demo Day 2025, right? What is Monsoon Demo Day? Monsoon Demo Day is a event that Vinny and the crew from Monsoon Tactical put on to celebrate their supporters, their customers, their friends with a fun day of shooting-filled festivities, right? It's probably the best way to say it. The main event of the day is a USPSA-inspired match, right? So if you're not into USPSA, maybe you won't enjoy that part. I still think you would enjoy all the other stuff. But I think that makes it even cooler, right? Vinny's a monster in USPSA, by the way. He's like a master in 2 divisions, probably will be a GM in both divisions at some point in time. Dude's fucking phenomenal behind a trigger. The coolest part is there's no separate divisions, there's no gear restrictions. You run what you brung, which I can very much appreciate. The cool part is just competing with the guns that you probably carry and or have on a daily basis around you. No restrictions. I love that, right? Bonus points if you're running a Monsoon customized pistol. Just kidding, but maybe there should be. I don't know. There's a bunch of other fun blocks of stuff we'll talk about. Lunch is provided. Steel race to cap off the day, which is always fun. I suck, but I always make it to at least through the first couple rounds, and then some monster knocks me out. This is an oversimplified rundown that I just gave you, so I want to do it. It's due diligence, it's justice. I have my laptop pulled up here with all my notes. Let's get into it. So how does the day start off? Well, you show up at the range, and this year, just like last year, is at Aero Concepts Training Center. One of the owners is Rick Crawley of Achilles Heel Tactical. Pretty cool, and it's just outside of Newark, Ohio. So I didn't have too far of a drive, but it it was not short either for me, at least. But if you're near Newark, Ohio, you need to be checking out ACTC. I pulled up in the parking lot, parked, walked inside, saw Vinny, checked in, made sure my waiver is filled out, which sucked because, cell phone service isn't the greatest out there, and but we ended up getting it done. Then, to my pleasant surprise, my buddy Chris from Vortex showed up, came and walked outside, saw him walking across the parking lot of all people, did not expect that. That was a very pleasant surprise. I only get to see Chris a handful of times a year, so any extra time I get to see him is welcome. Chris is one of the best instructors that Vortex has, and he just genuinely a great human being. So on top of this, I had other friends that I get to see just throughout the year that I've gotten to know pretty well, that I feel comfortable calling them friends. Justin, Tyler, Rick, to name a few, and I'm sure there's other dudes that I'm forgetting, and I'm sorry if I did. Once everyone was signed in, ready to roll, we all went up top to the range, had a quick few minutes to get our gear on, get ready, everything loaded up, everyone assembled. We had a good welcoming, good safety brief, got broken into our shooting squads. My squad, I dubbed it the Super Squad. We had a bunch of heavy hitters, and then me, so that was pretty badass. Chris, Rick, Tony, Jackie, Caleb, Cody, Vinny, Zach, Carl, Justin, and myself. I'm maybe forgetting 1 or 2 people in that, but that's sheerly based off of memory, and that's pretty damn good. One of the coolest moments I had, and I didn't put it in the blog post, but I'll give it to you guys right here, is Carl, who was in my squad, had actually watched my 1 year in USPSA video. He came up to me, we had a good talk, super cool dude. He crushed it. And that was cool, right? Knowing that, like, I love getting to meet people that actually watch my videos. So thank you, Carl. Really appreciate that. That made my day. But then we get into the stages, right? And I'm going to try to break these down as best as memory serves. Stage 1, we were squad 1 starting on stage 1. So unloaded start with some nose shoot sprinkled in, a good back and forth flow to the stage. I really liked it, but you couldn't just afford to run through the stage, right? Because if you tried to do that, you would end up overrunning a target. It happened to a couple of dudes, some pretty good shooters in my mind. So that was a sign to me to just let my eyes do the move, like control my feet, look for the small spots, move as I need to, until you get to the end of the stage where you had to take the last 3 targets with your strong hand only, which is always a great time. So, and if I have that video, I'll insert it now. Stage 2. So this is probably my favorite one from the day. It was a wide field course, so lots of movement. Several layers of difficulty were incorporated with a ton of variety about how the stage could be shot. Like there wasn't one right way, and I saw guys do a ton of different stage plans, which was cool. Lots of chances for lots of movement no matter what, but lots of chances for different positions and blending those positions in different ways. So that was really awesome. A year ago I would have been lost, absolutely lost on a stage like that. And then coming into it this year, doing a few walkthroughs, getting everything memorized, noted, detailed, it's like cool, ready to roll. And we'll drop that video here if I got it, sorry if I don't. Stage 3, my worst stage of the day, ended up having like a 6-second double feed that took me out of contention for first place altogether, which is fine, like things happen. That's, you know, that's the beauty of a match, is you get one chance to throw down, and however that turns out is how it turns out. So, but my personally worst stage, still a fun stage, but my worst one, forced retreat style stage where you have to start at the front of the stage and work your way back. That's pretty cool. I don't ever get to do a ton of those, so that was pretty neat. Then we get into stage 4, probably my second favorite stage of the day, just because of the weird path from the start position to the ending target, kind of like a wraparound like S pattern to the stage. Quick burner target, started with, you know, gun unloaded on table, you are outside the shooting boundary, start signal, you step in, get the gun ready, quick burner target. I chose to work left all the way around. Tried to not stop moving, hit a quick, literally one-step reload if you're going to be competitive, and then finish the target from left to right, working your way back around. So that was pretty cool, and if I have that video, I will drop it here.
There is a cap. So you couldn't pull 33 round block magazine? No.
So all these stages were set up by the Monsoon Tactical team. Absolutely crushed it. Tanner, Ryan, Pete, thank you guys so much for the great stages. It was an absolutely awesome little match that you guys set up and put on. So after this, we broke for lunch, some Chipotle, absolutely delicious. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's how I pronounce it. Then we split into 2 groups. You got both blocks essentially, but you would flip-flop. So you had an instructional block with the Monsoon Tactical team with Ryan, Pete, and Tanner, and they talked about how they prepare for major matches because they're all heavy hitters. And then the other half went to demo the Monsoon guns, try the Monsoon Mongolian drill, that type of thing. Go right into the steel race, head-to-head style race, single elimination style to see who would walk away with the grand prize, which was a custom build by Monsoon. So super cool with that. Last year I got close, but I lost in the finals. This year I had high hopes of winning, right? But all these heavy hitters, all these monsters around, long shot, right? Especially for me. I ended up losing in the semifinals to a man who ended up winning not only this, but the match as well, Matt Young. Shout out to Matt. Dude absolutely crushed it. And well deserved. So I ended up taking 9th overall and 2nd amongst the attendees for the event. Not too mad at that. I really wish I could have known what my score would have been without that, you know, 6-ish second double feed, but that's life, right? We move on from it and just gives me motivation to come back next year with a vengeance. So guys, this is just genuinely such a good time with good people. If you thought about going, you should. If you haven't thought about going, you should look at the highlight reels and tell me after if you want to go or not. 100% you will want to go. In short, 10 out of 10 recommend. Think you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already. I hope this video reaches more people than any video ever has, because I want to see Monsoon stay successful. I want to see them continue to grow. I want to see Vinny prosper. You should always wish good things for good people. And if you don't, that's probably on you. So until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay trained, stay rad. I'll be back with the next one.